Welcome to the Coach May Show. We winning! And do not apologize for it. Comfort it. Confidence, composure,
Hey, welcome back to Win, the Coach May Show. Today we want to talk about living the disciplined day. In Cognitecture, when we coach our clients, we talk about this a lot. The disciplined day is just a name for how we want to attack our day. We want to attack it with discipline. We want to be faithful in doing little things well a lot. We want to check off as many micro wins throughout our day as we can. Because being faithful in doing the little things well a lot and having small wins leads to big momentum. That is a very important truth to acknowledge. So in life, we're going to have things, especially in winning, we're going to have principles and we're going to have practices. If somebody talks to you with a big grand idea that is principle based and they don't give you any practices of how to put that principle into play in your life, the principle is going to be ineffective. It's just a label, it's just words on a piece of paper. But if you have a principle in theory, but then you have practical ways of applying that, what we call practices, then that's where winning's done. So in living the disciplined day, we talk to our clients about how your day starts. So I'm going to give you some advice, if you will, on how I think your day should be lived. It starts early. Get up. Get out of the bed. Thousands of years ago, we didn't sleep in. We didn't sleep near as much as we do now. Now, sleep is important. We'll have an episode about the importance of rest, recovery, and sleep and how it impacts winning. But we worked. We were active. We were hunters. We were gatherers. There were serious threats in our natural environment that we had to constantly be aware of. Over time, with modernization, things have become easier for us, including these things called beds, mattresses, and pillows. You've got to get out of the bed in the morning. You've got to get up early. You've got to start your day earlier. So, what I do is I have a morning alarm on my phone. I set the alarm in a place that it forces me to get up out of the bed to go turn it off. Now, am I perfect in regards to I never hit snooze? I wish I could say I was, but I'm not. I'm getting better. A lot better, in fact. But when that alarm goes off on my phone, it's labeled. You can do this in your phone. You can label your alarms. You can name them. And so my label is my fuel statement. I'll share with you what my fuel statement is. I want to be vulnerable with you right here. I don't care that you know. My fuel statement is what fuels me. It's what ignites me. It's what drives me. It is my passion. It's my purpose. My fuel statement is to provide the retirement lifestyle that my wife deserves. That is my current fuel statement. So when that wake-up alarm at 5:50 goes off, I see why it's going off. I read my fuel statement. So I have to make a choice. Is that bed more important than providing for my wife in retirement? Because see, my wife is my best friend. We've been married 22 years. It'll be 23 in July. We have 2 beautiful children, and we have a wonderful life together. We've had struggles. We're a competitive family who likes to win. My wife, you think, I've got a podcast here. If you look behind me, it says Win, the Coach May Show. Hey, let me tell you something. My wife is a multiple-time world champion clogger. Multiple championships as a cheerleader and cheerleading coach. And she's one of the best school administrators in the state of Kentucky. So you talk about winning. My wife has won at a very elite level for many years. And so she's done a lot of that professionally in the form of being a public educator. And so one of these days here soon, she's going to be able to step away from that and go into what we call retirement. Now, will she work in retirement? Probably. In some capacity, she may become a professor. She may join Cognitecture and start doing professional developments and speaking to teachers and school administrators and school administrations about how to get kids to fall in love with learning, which is what she is great at. Okay? Who knows what we're going to do, but we want the options to do what we want. And so because she's been so diligent in her career as an educator, every day she gives of herself to others. She's a middle school principal right now. If you think that job's easy, come on. She deserves the retirement lifestyle that gives her options to do what she wants when she wants, for the most part. So my purpose is to coach my clients, to speak to as many people as I can, to advocate for mental toughness and the importance of mental performance training, and to grow this business so I can provide the lifestyle that she deserves. That's my fuel statement. Now, has that always been my fuel statement? No. Obviously it hasn't. Your fuel statement, your burn statement, your passion statement, your purpose statement will change over time as life changes. Your circumstances will change. Where you are, what you're doing, who you're doing it with, all that will change. And so your purpose will change with it. But right now, if the assignment is, I'm 50. So if the assignment is retirement lifestyle when I'm 60, to find alignment for that assignment, I've got to do a better job of making sure that we're prepared for that. So when that alarm goes off every morning, it reminds me of what I'm getting up for. What is that for you? That leads us into the fuel statement. So when you get up early in the morning, get you a cup of coffee, go drink you some AG1s, whatever it is, drink 8 ounces of room temperature water right then and there. Take your supplements. If you want to take a shower, do your morning routine, whatever it is, but get somewhere where you can focus. Get a notebook, get a pen, and begin journaling. What my process is I go first into my Bible. I have the Bible app, and it tells me where I'm reading that day. I read where it tells me to read. Usually it's 4 chapters, not necessarily all in one book of the Bible, but 4 chapters throughout the Bible. And I'm on my second tour of this app. So I've read the Bible through once, and now I'm on my second time. My wife, talk about a winner, she's read the Bible, I think, 5 times through already. So I start with, to me, what is my larger purpose, which is bringing honor and glorification to God. So I start my day with that. Then I write my prayer out. I ask for forgiveness. I express gratitude and thankfulness. I write my prayer requests down for people and for things. And I journal those out. I internalize it better when I'm writing it out. Then I write my fuel statement. to provide the retirement lifestyle that my wife deserves. It's that simple. Then I go into my I am statements. My I am statements are where I tell myself who I am and who I am becoming. These are simple one-liners. I have 5, 6, sometimes I'll add a 7th one, okay? And I'll tell you a few of those. The first one is, I am a child of God empowered by the Holy Spirit to achieve great things in this life. That's my first one. I identify as a child of God every morning. And I hope that doesn't offend you. I know we all come from different places of faith, and I want to be respectful of where you are. Whether you have faith, whether you don't, I want you to know that that's fine. This podcast is about winning. It's not about religion. I'm just giving you my example. So my first I am statement, who I am and who I am becoming. I am a child of God empowered by the Holy Spirit to achieve greatness. The second one, I am a loving and faithful husband to Lori Beth. My third one, I am a loving and supportive and present father to Jason Reagan, my 2 kids. So my first 3 I am statements that I physically write out in my journal every morning remind me of who I am first and foremost. Child of God, husband, father. Start every day that way. Now, I'm not going to tell you the other I am statements, but I will tell you what yours need to be. It needs to identify with who you are professionally. If you're an athlete, who you are athletically. If you're a coach, who you are impacting on a daily basis. If you're a CEO, what your mission is for your organization and why it's driving you and how you're attacking that. It needs to be who you're becoming as well. Don't be scared to talk about money. Don't be scared to talk about achievements. We're not chasing accolades, but we're not going to run from writing down who we want to become if we know there's room to become something better than we currently are. Write it down. Remind yourself of that daily. Connect to it. So this morning journaling allows me to communicate to myself in a way that allows me to connect to my fuel, which is what ignites why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I start my day out with that. But you got to get up earlier to create the room and space to get that done. And here is one thing I will guarantee you, that if you can get through a month of this, it will be a drug that you cannot live without. Your morning routine will be something you crave. It will be a daily discipline. And winning is built by daily discipline. And so when we live the disciplined day, it has to start earlier. I'll see you next episode. Go win today.
We win it. And do not apologize for it. Comfort it.